Hello, YouTube. This is your boy Night Fox, back at it again. Well, you might be asking yourself, where have you been? We haven't had any videos in almost a year, maybe even over a year. Well, I've been really busy, just trying to solidify a lot of different mechanics for Heavenly Chronicles. Um, I ended up creating two prototypes of different games using mechanics and systems that I'm going to be needing in Heavenly Chronicles. And this one here is called Recharge Royale, and I ended up creating it during a game jam called Lux Jam. It was hosted by Lana Lux, and you can find her on twitch.tv. And um, yeah, it's been a pretty good journey. A very interesting one, to say the least. Um, I'm currently here working on some UI stuff, getting inspiration from Final Fantasy 15, the start menu where you can see the characters in a idle type pose, waiting for the player to, uh, click into any given menu, right? So here I'm just going through and setting up different construction scripts for the main menu and things like that, trying to set up a pause menu and stuff like that. And this game here, Recharge Royale, is a really quick prototype beat 'em up game where you play as FaZe. You'll get a chance to play her through her backstory, from the point where she has already escaped from the laboratory that she was being held basically captive in. And the Omega City Police Department is looking for her in question to a related subject that escaped the Tryon Industries lab with her. Um, and she's just trying to run for her life, basically. She doesn't want to get captured and get taken back to the Tryon Industries lab research facility, and she's thinking that the Omega City Police Department might do exactly that. And this is a pretty simple game. I'm just using different spawning zones. I'm also, since it's a prototype, I'm using the marketplace free assets that Epic has, at the time of this game, has started giving away for free. And so there's an industrial park, or an abandoned one, anyways, that was given out for free. And for the most part, everybody knows about the Paragon assets. And at least that way, during these prototypes, I can have something that's already pre-existing to work with. I don't have to really worry about any modeling of any environmental assets, or characters or anything like that. I can just concentrate on game logic. Um, but yeah, it's been a really nice journey, and a lot of fun on streaming this process on Twitch. And so feel free at any time to come over there to Twitch. You can find me at Divine Dev Studios on twitch.tv. So um, and mostly it's most of this working in Heavenly Chronicles at the moment. Um, and lots of fun chat, has lots of input to give me towards this. And we talk a lot about a lot of different subjects in reference to games and just social topics. Anything that comes up in chat, we talk about it. Um, but yeah, so there'll be lots of videos underway, coming through. I'm trying to revamp the YouTube channel as well too, and changing a lot of different things. Hopefully to tap into some of this algorithmic stuff that is on YouTube and see if we can't drive some of this traffic on over to Twitch, where I spend the majority of my time at. Um, and yeah, so there's a couple of surprises that's coming along the way with a lot of videos that I'm trying to crank out here, and I'm thinking about maybe putting out 2 videos a week at this point, since I'm pretty busy with Heavenly Chronicles development right now. Um, and I think 2 videos a week might be pretty good. 'Cause I have a lot of videos. I have a lot of videos to put out, so we'll get there eventually. But and yeah, anytime if you have any questions about any blueprints or anything like that, feel free to hop in here and ask me. Most of the time, I find that I can help out, and if not, I know plenty of resources to direct people towards. So, but outside of that, I'm just here doing setting up this pause menu, main menu, pause menu logic here. We just have a character that's in an idle pose. We have a render target on them, and so whenever the gamer pauses the game, we will see the character with their idle pose from I believe it's an orthographic view that I'm going to set up here. Um, and yeah, the game's been pretty consistent with the Recharge Royale, and we're just moving the level, basically the pause menu level, anyways. We're moving that outside of the sky blueprint, so that way it doesn't get affected by any lights or anything like that. So that way we can set up its own lights, right? Because I wanted it to be pretty dark, pretty dark. I wanted it to be pretty dark. So, and here I'm actually showing Twitch chat some Final Fantasy 15 examples on how that kind of stuff looks like, that kind of logic where, you're in the main menu, you're in the pause menu, and you're looking at the characters in their idle poses, and depending if you click on a specific character, you'll see that specific character isolated in a default idle pose. So these are things that I'm thinking about implementing in Heavenly Chronicles in some way, shape, or form. Rather it's just doing an idle pose, maybe a combat idle pose, maybe even having a whole scene where each character is kind of in their environment. So here we are again. Um, we talk about everything, so we're bringing up a topic of Final Fantasies. We have this debate quite often in stream. My particular favorite Final Fantasy is Final Fantasy VIII. But I think the Final Fantasy I've had the most fun playing was Final Fantasy VI, I believe. And so, and I started out playing in Final Fantasy One when it came out on Nintendo. So that one definitely is always going to have a special place in my heart. So, but yeah, so I've had a lot of inspiration from a lot of different RPG games that I've played, and most likely they're probably going to show up in some way, shape, or form in Heavenly Chronicles and any RPG games that I make. I don't see how they can't. I've played so many, and so many I've had amazing experiences in. So, but enough of me rambling about my return to YouTube. So hey, I'd like to thank everybody for watching this video. If you liked it, and in hopes that I make more, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and give us a like and leave a comment. And let me know what any topics that you would like me to talk about or go over in these videos. All right. As well as any tutorials, right? I'm not against making any tutorials either. So, yeah, that's it. And once again, you can always come over and catch me. I'm streaming most days, and you can find me over at twitch.tv Divine Dev Studios. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.